could sit here and all day and be like Ronda Rousey. I could be entertaining enough just to sit here and point out every single thing I have in my room, and that'll be enough to sell me. Well, maybe not make you guys watch a video, because then maybe there might be some people out there who will hate that, you know? Obviously, because of what I've been doing, I'm here to talk about Miss I Point at the WrestleMania sign. I only wish I had a WrestleMania sign in here. I wish I had something that said WrestleMania on it, and I could have just pointed at it just to make it more easier. But I'm gonna talk to you guys about Ronda Rousey because excuse me, I haven't really... Look, I've been putting some criticism on Ronda Rousey. Not on videos. Well, I have a little bit on videos, but I have shown some criticism towards her, and, you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, oh, I'm going to turn around and just start being happy for her. Look, I don't hate Ronda Rousey, okay? I don't hate her. I respect everything she's done in the UFC, being a bantamweight champion and all. But honestly, the way she's been handled in WWE hasn't really been a strong start for her. Especially doing this. At WrestleMania, at Royal Rumble, pointing at the sign like 5 times. If you watch her segment and her, you count how many times she pointed at that WrestleMania sign. How can people be okay with how they debuted her? That is the number one thing I question. How are people okay with how they booked her in her first match? Well, maybe not her first match. Her first appearance in WWE. So you're okay with her just standing there going... Sure, she didn't say anything. Nor she should have. But don't you think... doing that 5 times is right? She could have done that when she left, you know? When she was on the stage, when she was on the stage exiting, she could have done it then. And I know, I bet you guys are probably finding annoying that I keep turning around. Yeah, now you know how I feel. Now you know how I felt watching Ronda Rousey doing that all the time. Now you know how I felt with her doing that all the time. Again, I don't hate Ronda Rousey. Why would I hate Ronda Rousey? Why would I hate Ronda Rousey? You see, this is the thing. I got criticized, not here on the internet. I got criticized by my friends, my real life friends. Well, maybe not all of them, but I got criticized by most of my friends. And even a family member of mine. And they thought me complaining about Ronda Rousey doing this is childish. And also that it was the right thing to do. And they built, and it's a good thing that they brought her into the WWE. Yeah, sure, it's a good thing that they brought her into the WWE and all, but you're gonna criticize me for not liking something? So you expect me to jump out of my chair and celebrate that Ronda Rousey keeps doing that. You expect me to be okay with her pointing at that sign so many times. You expect me to jump up and down and be excited that Ronda Rousey is pointing at a WrestleMania sign. You expect me to be okay with that? No. That's the thing about wrestling fans. Everybody needs to be different. If we were all the same, that would be boring. Like I said, I don't hate Ronda Rousey. I don't hate Ronda Rousey. Now, obviously Ronda Rousey is the topic of discussion in this video, but the main thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is how will WWE handle Ronda Rousey, and will she succeed in the WWE as a whole? Like, is she going to succeed in a way that we will all remember her name when she leaves WWE? Now, I don't want people immediately saying, yes, she will. No. Don't say that right away. Because ultimately, it could fall flat. And also, do you guys trust WWE? Be honest with me. Be honest with me. Do you guys trust WWE with Ronda Rousey? Do you honestly trust them? Do you trust what WWE are going to do with Ronda Rousey? They might make her look strong one week, and then make her look weak next week. She could become a generic female, getting involved in 6-man tags, forming alliances, you know. Even how they debuted Ronda Rousey was trash. Not just that. Not just that. That was not the her doing that was the number one mistake. Number 2 mistake was having her smile and high-fiving the fans. Now, obviously, some people might say, oh, it's her first time in WWE, man. What do you expect her to do? Of course she's going to interact with people. Of course she's going to be happy that she's in the WWE. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that really well. I understand that. But we all know Ronda Rousey isn't some goody two-shoes. We know Ronda Rousey isn't some goody two-shoes. Now, I've never watched UFC. Never I will watch UFC. Not even if CM Punk was in UFC, I would never watch UFC. But I've heard stories in UFC that she was very aggressive. Now, obviously, UFC is a very aggressive very aggressive sport. So I guess you have to be aggressive to be in that program. But she was a former bantamweight champion, and she was undefeated. She was undefeated until she came to this very state, Melbourne, and she lost to a woman by the name of Holly Holmes. And everything about Ronda Rousey then came crashing down. Ronda Rousey's career in UFC went crashing down after that big loss. She wanted to redeem herself. What happened? She lost in 30 seconds. So what does that tell you? Does that tell you that Ronda Rousey is a very good fighter in UFC? You know, being undefeated for so long, UFC is not a scripted product. Not sure if it is, but by the sounds of it, UFC isn't scripted. It's more real. It's more real than professional wrestling. So UFC isn't a scripted product, and it's real. So to me, Ronda Rousey losing in 30 seconds in her comeback makes me believe she's not really that good. Now, this is not about UFC, this is about WWE, but I'm just basically sharing my thoughts on that. Now, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that, sure, she's a big major star from the UFC, same as Shayna Baszler. But the problem I had is that Shayna Baszler was thrusted straight into the title picture without even earning it. She didn't earn anything, and she was given a title opportunity against Ember Moon. She choked out Kairi Sane, Dakota Kai, and Aaliyah. So that's enough to give somebody a championship opportunity. And yet people complain that Titus Worldwide beats the Bar 3 times and they get a title opportunity, and people whine about that. So Shayna Baszler can choke out 3 people without having a single wrestling match, and she can get a title opportunity, and everybody's going to be okay with that? I don't know. So weird. Oh, right. It's because it's NXT. That's why. What I'm trying to say is that, how do you know Ronda Rousey is going to be good when she steps in the ring? Do you guys have any evidence? Do you guys watch Ronda Rousey train? No. You don't. How do you know she's doing well in her training? You don't. How do you know she's perfected wrestling moves? You don't. You find out when she wrestles. You find out when she's ready to wrestle. That's when you find out. Don't go making assumptions that she knows this, she knows that. Oh, in UFC, she used to smile all the time in UFC, but when she got in the ring, she was serious. Yeah, so that doesn't mean she's going to succeed in the WWE. It doesn't mean that she's going to, be successful. That doesn't mean anything. I had some people, right? I would show you the comments, but it's on my YouTube. Like TMZ posted a video. TMZ posted a video of Randy Orton, and TMZ asked Randy Orton a question about Ronda Rousey, and he went along the line saying, yeah, it's good to see Ronda Rousey in WWE. And then the guy said, do you think Ronda Rousey has what it takes to be a big major player in WWE? He said along the lines of saying, well, we won't know until she wrestles, and she has to wrestle to get people interested in her. She has to adapt to her character and adapt to everything that she needs to know. WWE is not UFC. It's a different ball game. It's time for her to put up or shut up. I don't think that's exactly what he said, but I did watch the video. Can't remember exactly what he said. But my words kind of reflect on what he's trying to say. Like, he's not saying Ronda Rousey is going to fail. He's not saying she's going to fail. He's basically saying that since she's in a new environment, she needs to get used to it. So, I found a comment, right? And then someone said, along the lines of, I can't remember who said it. It was some guy named K. Like the letter K. I believe that's his name. He said that Ronda Rousey is going to be a shit wrestler. I just said, yeah, I agree. Then, a guy named Just No, yeah. guy named Just No said, unlike most actors on WWE, she actually has grappling experience. And then Kay replies back saying, yes, she does have a very, very solid judo background. And she's learned jutsu and wrestling. That's good for her, and it might help her. But WWE is also about entertainment. Being able to acting her. Now I think he continues on. So I'm going to pause this video for a sec, and I'll come back and I'll read the rest of the comment. Yeah, he said more. He continued on by saying, but WWE is also an entertainment, being able to act. Her acting ability is bottom shelf. The only emotion she is really effective at convincingly is anger. If you followed her MMA career, it's painfully obvious her movies showcase that as well. If she has improved her acting skills, it might be very interesting to see her second career but it's also going to be a hard road ahead for her. She is not the only woman who is in the WWE with actual grappling experience either. So, this obviously to me is telling me that, now yes, Ronda Rousey's made movies, yes, she's been in Hollywood, yes, she's done a lot, but what I just read to you, does that make you believe that she is ready for WWE? Well, yeah, she might be ready for WWE, but think about the comments I just read to you. She has grappling experience, she has judo and jitsu. Like, those are three things. Do you think those three things are going to help her? Yeah, it might be good for her. But, honestly though, it might look like Ronda Rousey isn't going to come far. She only shows, and as also what the comment said, she only shows one emotion. And that's anger. Her smiling at the Royal Rumble was not Ronda Rousey. Her smiling all the time looked weird. This is why Ronda Rousey can't be a face in WWE. She can't be a face in WWE. Can you imagine a match? You know, she could wrestle those generic matches on Monday Night Raw. Can you imagine her, you know, as a babyface, getting beaten down for a good 5 minutes, and then get beaten down for 5 minutes straight, and then do a generic comeback, like a generic comeback, you know, with a few clotheslines, and then does her finishing move and wins? Can you imagine Ronda Rousey wrestling like that? No, you can't. Ronda Rousey, she needs to... I shouldn't say she should. WWE is what my main question is. Can you trust WWE with her? And as also what that comment said, WWE is entertainment. It's acting. Sure, Ronda Rousey has acting. She's been in movies. Yes, movies help the acting. But does she have what it takes to entertain people? She's in a different environment. You can't expect her to thrive in an environment that she's never been in. Yes, acting is a part of WWE. Yes, WWE, yes, it is acting. WWE is acting. It's predetermined. It's scripted. Yes, I understand that. That is the main part of wrestling. Yes, she can act. Yes, she has the ability to act. She can act. Obviously, from the movies she's done. But what I'm trying to explain is that can you trust WWE with how they book her and how they handle her? That is the main topic. Can you guys trust WWE with Ronda Rousey? I think I've done enough talking here. Now, normally every Sunday I do a Dragon Ball Super review, and some of you might be wondering, well, I know you probably don't really watch them much, but some of you might say, well, where are they? Well, there's not an episode out today. They'll be back on March 4th. So I'll get the next episode out then. So that's why I replaced this video, this topic discussion about it. And before I go, actually no, I said that was all I could talk about. Actually, there's one more thing I'll talk about before I go. The name that WWE have given Ronda Rousey is Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds? Oh, get this! Get this, right? I was on Google Images, and you know how I posted my 2K18 match stipulation? I was looking through the Elimination Chamber photos, and I saw a photo of Ronda Rousey, and I noticed her t-shirt, so I clicked on the image, I imaged it a bit bigger, and I noticed her t-shirt said, Hot Ronda. Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Hot Ronda. Is that any resemblance to you guys? Rowdy Roddy Piper. Hot Rod. Is WWE serious? They're pretty much ripping her off WWE Hall of Famer Roddy Piper. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I find that disrespectful. I find that very, very disrespectful. Why does she need to be Rowdy Ronda Rousey, and why does her nickname need to be Hot Ronda? Yeah, Ronda Rousey is hot. She is a very attractive woman. But do we need the word Hot Ronda? Do we really need that word as a part of her nickname? Oh my god, oh my god, the stuff that WWE do just dumbstrucks me. It dumbstrucks me. What's next? What's next, WWE? Is she gonna have a talk show called Ronda's Pit? Or Rousey's Pit? I swear to Jesus Christ, if that is next, then I am not going to be looking forward to Ronda Rousey. I think Ronda Rousey is just going to be a rowdy Roddy Piper in female style. I really hope not. I hope not. Now you people you people take in everything I just said, and then maybe you will realize then why. Maybe not realize it's right then and then, but just take a step back a bit on Ronda Rousey. Don't just make claims that she's going to be a star in first glance. Okay? That's what I want to do here. I want to make you people take a step back and calm down a bit. We will find out how good Ronda Rousey is when she wrestles in the ring. Okay? That's when we'll know how Ronda Rousey can go. So, as the title of the topic of discussion is, will Ronda Rousey succeed in the WWE, and can you trust WWE with Ronda Rousey? For the trust on Ronda Rousey, I say no. After hearing that they've given her the nickname of Rowdy Ronda Rousey and Hot Ronda, nah. I don't trust them already with this. And as for can she succeed, I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no. It really all depends on how WWE handle her. it really all depends on how WWE handle Ronda Rousey. Anyway, guys, thank you all for joining me for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit the thumbs up. Comment your thoughts down below on Ronda Rousey. Do you guys agree with what I'm saying? Do you have anything else to add that I did not mention? Also, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Make sure you click the notification bell. So that way you'll know that you'll be updated every time I make a video. Thank you all for joining me. And too sweet out to you all.